Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to see how to solve the triangle Pyraminx. Now to solve this Pyraminx puzzle, you should already know how to solve the corner twist Pyraminx, the bead Pyraminx, and the maple leaf Pyraminx. So let's talk about the parts of this puzzle. We have 4 corners, and each corner piece has 3 colors on them, and then we have 4 centers, and each centerpiece has a single color on them, namely the blue, pink, yellow, and green. And the next piece we have is the edge pieces. So this puzzle has 6 edge pieces, and each edge piece has 2 colors on them. Okay, now let's talk about the moves. So there are only 3 moves to this puzzle. The first one is the up move, where we move the top side of this puzzle, and the next move is the right move, where you move the right side of this puzzle, and then the left move, where you move the left side of the puzzle. So this is a U. When you do it in reverse, it is U prime. Moving on to the right side, this is R. When you do it in reverse, this is R prime. And coming to the left side, this is L. When you do it in reverse, it is L prime. Okay, so let's go ahead and scramble this puzzle, and we'll start solving it step by step. Okay, moving on to the step 1 in solving the triangle Pyraminx. So step 1 is to solve the corners, just like how we solved on the corner twist Pyraminx. So we'll apply the same thing on the triangle Pyraminx here. So what we're going to do now is we will choose the tip. So let's choose the green tip. We need to get a green tip on the right and on the left side. So let's check if we have a green tip on the right side. We do have it on the right side, and check on the left. So we don't have the green tip on the left side. So this is an incorrect phase. Let's move this to the next side. So we check on the left side if there is a green tip. We do have a green tip, so move this in front. And on the right side, we need to check if there is a green tip. We do have a green tip, so this is the correct phase. And we got all the 3 corners which has the green tips. So place this at the bottom like this. And now the color area which is facing us in front is the yellow. So we have 2 yellow tips here, and all you need to do is find a yellow tip and match it accordingly. When you do that, you already matched the green tips and you already matched the yellow. So all the other 4 colors will be matched. So you have the blue tip here and the pink tip. So this concludes the first step. Let's move on to step 2. So moving on to step 2, this is to solve the base of the Pyraminx. This step is the same way like how you solve the maple leaf Pyraminx. Now we can choose any random color out of the 4 colors. So let's choose the green face and try completing the whole color face here by solving the first 3 edge pieces. So we will place the green face at the bottom and call this the bottom face. And now the color face which is facing us in front, let's name this the front face. So we have pink facing us in front and green at the bottom. So the edge piece which has to come here is the pink and green edge piece. So what you need to do is you need to move this the top layer and find the pink and green edge piece. One more important point that you need to note here is when we move the edge piece, the pink and green edge piece, we need to make sure that we need to match the pink color which is on the edge piece to any of the corners on the front face. So we have got the pink and green edge piece. It is correctly matching the right side of this puzzle. So since it is on the right side, we will follow the left algorithm. The left algorithm is L prime, U, and L. So when you did that, we have swapped the edge piece from the right side to the bottom. Let's move on to the next color. Same way, now we see that this is the blue face and at the bottom this is the green face. So we need to get a blue and green edge piece over here. We already have the blue and green edge piece, and we see that the blue side of this edge piece is matching correctly on the blue face, and we now see that this edge piece is on the left side, so we'll apply the right algorithm, that is R, U prime, R prime, and we have the edge piece correctly matching here. Let's move on to the next color. So now we have the yellow face and green at the bottom, so we need to get the yellow and green edge piece. So we have the yellow and green edge piece, and it is correctly matching its front face, which is the yellow, and we know that this edge piece is on the left side, so we need to follow the right algorithm, which is R, U prime, R prime. And now when we did that, we have got all the three edge pieces on the bottom layer. So we have solved the base of the Pyraminx. This concludes step 2. Now let's move on to step 3. In step 3, we are going to solve the remaining 3 edge pieces on the triangle Pyraminx. Here we have 4 cases. So let's look at each case one by one. Let's move on to step 3. And in step 3, we have the first 2 cases. So the first case is when we have 2 swapped edge pieces in the front, and the second case is when we have 3 swapped edge pieces. So let's look at the first case. In the first case, we have 2 swapped edge pieces, as you can see, and the third one is perfectly matched. So if you get this case, what you need to do is place the 2 swapped edge pieces in the front and do this algorithm: R prime, L, R, L prime, U, L prime, U prime, and L. So when you did that, you will solve the 2 swapped edge pieces and solve this triangle Pyraminx. So let's move on to the second case. Moving on to step 3, case 2. in case 2 we have 3 swapped edge pieces. So in this case what you need to do is you need to find a mismatching edge piece and place it at the back. So in this case we have an edge piece which is matching its corner, so this is a correctly matching edge piece. Let's move on to the next edge piece. So we see this edge piece as well which matches its corner, so this is a correctly matching edge piece. Moving on to the third edge piece, we see that this pink and blue edge piece does not match both the corners, so this is an incorrectly matching edge piece. We will place this piece at the back like this and perform this algorithm: R prime, L, R, L prime, U prime, L prime, U, and L. So when you did that, you'll solve all the 3 swapped edge pieces at the top layer. Let's move on to the next case. So moving on to step 3, case 3 and 4. So in case 3 and 4, we see that we have headlight patterns on the Pyraminx. So in this case, you have a headlights pattern which is moving in the clockwise direction. So as you can see, you have green headlights over here which will have to move from the right side to the left side this way. So it is in the clockwise direction. So this is case 3. And in case 4 we see that the headlights pattern move in the anti-clockwise direction. So we have 2 red headlights which will move in the clockwise direction to match its color area. So this is case 4. So let's move on to case 3, that is headlights pattern in the clockwise direction this way. So we can start from any side. So I'll start from the yellow face and do this algorithm: R, U prime, R prime, U prime, R, U prime, and R prime. So this solves case 3. Let's move on to case 4. Okay, moving on to step 3, case 4. We need to move these headlights in the anti-clockwise direction. So start from any color face. So I'll start with the pink face and do this algorithm as shown on the screen: R, U, R prime, U, R, U, and R prime. So these are the 4 cases on step 3, and we still have the final case to solve the triangle Pyraminx. So let's look at that in step 4. Moving on to step 4, which is the final step in solving the triangle Pyraminx. So we will use the same step like how we solved the Bead Pyraminx. So what you need to do in this case is you need to position the puzzle in such a way that it has 2 colors, 2 opposite colors, and not this way. This way is incorrect because it has 4 colors and you won't be able to do the algorithm. So position it in such a way that there are 2 opposite colors. Example, the blue and yellow, or the pink and green, which are opposite colors. So let's start with any of the opposite colors. So we'll start with pink and green color and do this algorithm: R prime, L, R, L prime, This will solve the puzzle. So we're going to do something similar. However, in the triangle Pyraminx, what we need to do is we need to repeat the same algorithm 3 times to solve this puzzle. So same way, the color combination, you can either do yellow and blue, or you can do the pink and green. So in this case, let's do the yellow and blue. And remember, we need to do this algorithm 3 times to solve. So let's start. R prime, L, R, L prime, R prime, L, R, L prime, R prime, L, R, and L prime. So this solves the triangle Pyraminx. Thanks for watching.